Good morning to everybody, students. Welcome to this session. In this session, I am going to discuss about another important topic in genetics, that is linkage and recombination. Linkage and recombination. Okay. This is another important topic. Before we are discussing about the various aspects of linkage, we have to know something about the great person T.H. Morgan. Thomas Hunt Morgan. Thomas Hunt Morgan, an American genetist, a Nobel laureate, popularly known as father of experimental genetics. Father of experimental genetics. Also known as flyman of genetics, because he conducted several experiments on fruit fly. Hence, he is also known as flyman of genetics. The experimental material of Morgan is Drosophila melanogaster. Drosophila melanogaster. This is commonly known as fruit fly. The experimental material of T.H. Morgan is Drosophila melanogaster. It is commonly called fruit fly. Why it is called fruit fly? Because it grows commonly on fruits like banana, mango, etc. That is why it is called fruit fly. The number of chromosomes in fruit fly is 8. 2n diploid number is 8. Haploid number is 4. Right? And I repeat here the important points again. T.H. Morgan, an American genetist and a Nobel laureate. He is popularly known as father of experimental genetics or flyman of genetics. The experimental material of Morgan is a Drosophila melanogaster or fruit fly. The number of chromosomes in fruit fly is 2n is equal to 8, n is equal to 4. And this fruit fly is also called jock pot of genetics. Jock pot of genetics or Cinderella of genetics. Cinderella of genetics. Okay. So try to remember these points. Now, Morgan selected fruit fly as his experimental material, like that of Mendel selected pea plant as his experimental material. What are the reasons for selection of fruit fly as his experimental material by T.H. Morgan? So let us see the reasons for selection of fruit fly. Reasons for selection of fruit fly as his experimental material by T.H. Morgan. First one, they could be grown on simple synthetic medium in the laboratory. They could be grown easily on simple synthetic medium in the laboratory. That is one reason. Second one, they complete life cycle in about 2 weeks, approximately 14 days. They complete their life cycle in approximately 2 weeks. A single mating between these flies produces large number of flies. Large number of flies. Single mating produces large number of flies. Then, in these flies, there is a clear differentiation of sexes. Clear differentiation of sexes means male flies are easily differentiated from female flies. Generally, male are small in size, female are large in size. Male is small, female is large. And finally, there are many types of hereditary variations on these flies. There are many types of variations are seen in these Drosophila flies. For example, yellow body, white eye, miniature wing, etc. Some are having yellow body, some are having white body, and they show white eyes, red eyes, miniature wing, long wing, like that. You will find different traits on the individual, right? I repeat again, why Morgan selected fruit fly as his experimental material? The reasons are: one, they grown on simple synthetic medium easily in the laboratories. They complete their life cycle in about 2 weeks. A single mating produces large number of flies. There is clear differentiation of sexes. Male can be differentiated easily from female because male flies are small in size, female flies are large in size. And there are many types of hereditary variations are present, which can be easily observed with the help of low power microscope. For example, they contain different types of hereditary variations like yellow body, white eye, miniature wing, etc. Miniature wing, etc. Because of these reasons, Morgan selected Drosophila as his experimental material. Then next one. Morgan conducted several dihybrid crosses similarly as that of Mendel did on pea plant. To know the sex-linked inheritance, mainly Morgan worked on sex-linked inheritance. Sex-linked may be X-linked, Y-linked. The genes present on the X chromosome and control the characters are called X-linked. The genes present on the Y chromosome and control the characters and inheritance is called Y-linked. X-linked, Y-linked. What are X-linked genes? The genes present on the X chromosome. Y-linked means on Y chromosome, right? For example, he conducted a cross. Morgan conducted several dihybrid crosses as Mendel did on pea plant. Yellow body, white eye, containing fly is crossed with brown body, red eye, containing fly. Morgan conducted a dihybrid cross here. Yellow body, white eye containing flies are crossed with brown body and red eye containing flies. F1 progeny are produced. F1 progeny are produced. When F1 are intercrossed, F2 progeny are obtained. But in the F2 progeny, it deviates largely from Mendelian dihybrid cross ratios. That means 9:3:3:1 is not produced. It deviates a lot. Immediately, Morgan and his group found that the genes which controlling these characters are present on X chromosomes and they are called as X-linked. Morgan and his group found that the characters controlling the genes which control these characters are present on X chromosome. Therefore, they are called X-linked genes. And immediately they thought that the genes present on same chromosome, produces more parental combinations rather than recombinations. I repeat, Morgan conducted several dihybrid crosses on Drosophila similar to that of Mendel on pea plant. For example, when he conducted this cross, yellow body, white eye, brown body, red eye flies, F1 are produced. When F1 are intercrossed, F2 are produced, but the F2 results greatly varied from Mendel's F2. That means the F2 phenotypes are not obtained in this ratio, and also they do not show the recombination, the parental combinations. They greatly deviated, and immediately Morgan thought that the genes which controlling these characters are linked to the X chromosome and they are called X-linked genes. And they also found that when genes are present on the same chromosome and inherited, more parental combinations are produced rather than recombinations. Therefore, he thought that when genes present on the same chromosome and those genes are called as linked, and he coined the term linkage. Immediately, he used a term called linkage. The term linkage was first coined by T.H. Morgan. The term linkage was first coined by T.H. Morgan. So this is the experiment. From this, he found a new phenomena. That phenomena is called linkage. Let us see what is meant by linkage. The term linkage was coined by T.H. Morgan. The physical association of two or more genes on the same chromosome is known as linkage. I repeat, the physical association of two or more genes on the same chromosome is known as linkage, right? And the genes are called linked genes. Morgan also used another term called recombination. Recombination. Okay. Morgan also used another term called recombination. When new combinations are produced, not found in the parents, when new combinations are produced, not found in the parents, they are called recombinations. He used the term for new combination of characters not found in the parents. That means Morgan used linkage and recombination terms. The term linkage, the term recombination are used by Morgan. Okay, now I told you what is linkage. The physical association of two or more genes on the same chromosome is known as linkage. Linkage is an exception to independent assortment. Linkage is an exception to independent assortment. That means linked genes do not show independent assortment. Let us see what are linked genes and what are unlinked genes. And before that, one point I will tell you. Linkage was first identified by two scientists, Bateson and Punnett, actually. Linkage was first identified by Bateson and Punnett while working on a plant called Lathyrus odoratus. What is the experimental material of Bateson and Punnett? Lathyrus odoratus. This is commonly called sweet pea. For the first time, linkage was first observed by Bateson and Punnett while working on a plant called Lathyrus odoratus, commonly called sweet pea, but they used the terms coupling and repulsion. Coupling and repulsion. First name of linkage. First name of linkage, coupling and repulsion. Later, Morgan studied and found that coupling and repulsion are given the two terms for the same phenomena, and later replaced with another word called linkage. The whole credit for coining of the word and discovery of the linkage, a detailed study of the linkage goes to T.H. Morgan. These are first identified. Bateson coined the term genetics. Bateson coined the term allele. Punnett, a British genetist, designed Punnett square, commonly called checkerboard. And these two first identified the linkage. But instead of linkage, they have given two words called coupling and repulsion. That means the first names of linkage are coupling and repulsion given by Bateson and Punnett while working on Lathyrus odoratus, commonly called sweet pea. Later, Morgan replaced these two terms with another term called linkage. The term linkage was coined by Morgan. Right. Now let us see what are linked genes, what are unlinked genes. For example, see here, this is one chromosome, this is another chromosome. That means homologous pair, right? Homologous pair of chromosomes. Homologous pair of chromosomes. Now on this, one chromosome, second chromosome. So homologous, same locus, another allele is present. Think that this is A gene, this is B gene. That has two alleles, each one. A has capital A, small a, B has capital B, small b. Now, these are called linked genes. I think you understand. The genes present on the same chromosome are called linked genes. Whatever may be the number, all the genes present on the same chromosome are called linked genes. They form one group. All the genes present on the same chromosome are linked. For example, see this, these are homologous chromosomes because in diploids they occur in pairs called homologous pair. So this is one gene, this is another gene. That means two genes are present on the same chromosome. For each gene there are two alleles, capital A, small a for one gene, A gene, capital B, small b for B gene. So for B gene, two alleles, capital B, small b. For A gene, capital A, small a, alleles are present. These are linked genes. Similarly, what are unlinked genes? Let us see. This is one homologous pair. Okay. Similarly, this is another homologous pair, right? Like that. This is one homologous pair of chromosomes. This is another homologous pair. This is another homologous pair. Now, see here, in this homologous pair of chromosomes, one gene is present. For example, like this. In this another homologous pair, another gene is present like this. See this now. Two genes on two different chromosomes. A gene is present on one homologous pair. B genes are present on another homologous pair. See here, both genes on the same chromosome. Here, two genes on two different chromosomes. Two genes on two different pairs of homologous chromosomes. Therefore, these are called unlinked genes. Unlinked genes. These are known as unlinked genes. Okay? These are linked. This is very important. If you understood, it's become more easy, the further concept of genetics. These are linked genes. These are unlinked genes. But finally, you can easily conclude. Genes on the same chromosome, linked. Genes on different chromosomes, unlinked. Moreover, see here, I will draw two more structures here. This is one pair. This is another pair of homologous chromosomes, right? Now see, two genes, capital A, small a, capital B, small b. Here also capital A, small a, capital B, small b. Both are linked, is it right? Both are linked genes, because in this homologous pair, genes are present on the same chromosome. Here also, genes are present on the same chromosome. Difference is, here the genes are present closely. Here the genes are present distantly. The genes which are present closely on the same chromosome are tightly linked. Tightly linked. The genes which are present distantly on the same chromosome, loosely linked. Loosely linked genes. Okay. All these are linked genes. If they are present closely, they are tightly linked genes. If they are present distantly, they are loosely linked. All are linked genes. Okay, right. Now, the linked genes form the deviation from Mendel dihybrid crosses, because Mendel did not find linkage. That means Mendel missed the linkage by chance. By chance, all the characters selected by Mendel are present on different chromosomes. I told you 1, 4, 5, 7, and some characters on the same chromosome but distantly, far apart on the same chromosome. That is why Mendel did not find by chance linkage. Okay, when the genes are linked, they do not show independent assortment. Therefore, they produce only two types of gametes. Only two types of gametes. If they show linkage, they show only two types of gametes. For example, it show two types, capital A, capital B one, small a, small b another one. Therefore, in case of linkage, as they do not show independent assortment, the ratios of linkage has been changed. Dihybrid ratio of Mendel's cross is changed in linkage as 3:1. If linkage is there, only two types of individuals are obtained in dihybrid cross. Similarly, dihybrid test cross, instead of 1:1:1:1, only 1:1 ratio is obtained. See this? In case of linked genes, instead of 9:3:3:1, this ratio is obtained. Instead of 1:1:1:1, dihybrid test cross ratio 1:1 is obtained, because in the linked genes containing chromosomes form only two types of gametes. They can form only two types of gametes. Therefore, instead of 9:3:3:1, 3:1 ratio obtained. In case of test cross, instead of 1:1:1:1, 1:1 ratio is obtained. But here, unlinked genes show independent assortment. Independent assortment. Unlinked genes show independent assortment. Linked genes do not show independent assortment. If there is an independent assortment, you can see four types of gametes in equal number. Four types of gametes in equal number. See, this can combine with this one gamete. This combined with this one, another gamete. This can combine with this one, and this one. That means this one, this one. Similarly, this one and this one. So that see, 4 types of gametes in equal ratio are produced when there is an independent assortment. Independent means independent individually. Assortment means distribution. See this, you can easily understand. 4 types of gametes. This can combine with this one. Therefore, capital A, capital B. This one with this one also. Capital A, small b. This one with this one. Capital small a, capital B. This one with this one. Small a, small b. This is one gamete. This is another gamete. This is another gamete. This is another gamete. 4 types of gametes are produced if the genes are unlinked. As a result, it shows independent assortment. When genes are unlinked and it shows independent assortment, 4 different types of gametes are produced in equal number. Therefore, dihybrid ratio is obtained in the form of 9:3:3:1. In case of linked genes, only 2 types of gametes are obtained. Therefore, instead of this ratio is obtained. Similarly, dihybrid test cross ratio 1:1:1:1. So, if independent assortment is there, as in this case, the same ratios, dihybrid ratio of phenotypic ratio 9:3:3:1, dihybrid test cross ratio of 1:1:1:1. Here, if there is a linkage, instead of 4 types of gametes, only 2 types of gametes are produced. As 2 types of gametes are produced, only 2 types of individuals are obtained. The dihybrid ratio, instead of 4 types of individuals, only 2 types in the ratio of 3:1, like that of monohybrid cross. Similarly, in dihybrid test cross ratio, as 2 types are present, instead of 1:1:1:1, 1:1 ratio is obtained, like that of monohybrid test cross. So, this is due to linkage, this is due to independent assortment. So, in order to see the independent assortment, the genes must located on different chromosomes. When genes located on the same chromosome, they show the linkage. This is a very important phenomenon. Now, arrangement of linked genes in heterozygous individuals. I will show you that one also. In case of heterozygous, I am not talking about homologous, heterozygous. Okay, arrangement of genes. Arrangement of genes in heterozygous organisms. Heterozygous organisms in case of linkage. So linkage means all the genes must be found on the same chromosome. There are 2 arrangements. First one is cis arrangement. Cis arrangement. See this. What is cis arrangement? See this. This is one pair of homologous chromosomes. One pair of homologous chromosomes. What is cis arrangement? When dominant alleles of all the genes on one homologous chromosome and recessive alleles on other homologous chromosome then such arrangement is called cis arrangement. See this? So two genes are arranged here, A gene, B gene. For every gene, two alleles are there. For example, A gene is having two alleles, capital A, small a. B gene is having two alleles, capital B, small b. Therefore, this is one gene, this is another gene. For each gene, two alleles are present. Dominant alleles on one chromosome, recessive alleles are another chromosome. Such arrangement of genes is called cis arrangement. Then it can be represented like this: capital A, capital B slash small a, small b. This is cis arrangement. Then what is meant by trans arrangement? Trans arrangement. Second one. When dominant allele of one pair, for example, see here, again I am taking a pair of homologous chromosomes. This is one homologous chromosome. This is another one, similar to that of one pair of homologous chromosomes. Here, dominant allele of one pair of genes and recessive allele of another pair. Recessive allele of another pair on another chromosome. Recessive allele of dominant pair, that means the previous one, and dominant allele of this one. Recessive allele of this one, dominant allele of this one on another homologous chromosome, like this. Small a, capital B. It can be arranged like this: capital A, small b slash small a, capital B. This is called trans arrangement. Very important. They show how many types of arrangements. Linked genes show two types of arrangements in heterozygous, that I am showing in heterozygous condition, heterozygous organisms. The two arrangements are cis arrangement, trans arrangement. What is meant by cis arrangement? Dominant alleles of genes on one chromosome, recessive alleles of genes on the other homologous chromosome. Such arrangement is cis arrangement. This is the common arrangement. This is the common arrangement. See here, trans arrangement. In trans arrangement, dominant allele of one pair, recessive allele of another pair on one homologous chromosome, recessive allele of one pair, dominant allele of second pair on another chromosome, then such arrangement is called trans arrangement. This is not common arrangement. For example, it can be represented as capital A, small b, small a, capital B. So this is what is called the cis arrangement and trans arrangement, right? Now, let us see the relationship between recombination and linkage. Recombination and linkage. The relationship between linkage and recombination is inversely proportional. Linkage is inversely proportional to recombination. Okay. Linkage and recombinations are inversely proportional. That means that linkage is more, recombination is less, or vice versa. For example, see, this is one chromosome. Here, capital A, capital B genes are present. Similarly, here, two genes, for example, capital A, small capital B here. Here the genes are closely placed, tightly linked. Here the genes are distantly placed, loosely linked. That means here it is more linkage, here less linkage. I think you got it right. So here the genes show more linkage. The possibility of recombinations is very low. Very low recombinations are produced here. Here very high recombinations are produced. Why? Here linkage is more, here linkage is less. More linkage, less recombination. Less linkage, more recombination. Here more linkage, here less linkage. More linkage means less recombinations. Less linkage means more recombination. Therefore, linkage and recombinations are opposite. Linkage and recombinations are opposite. And you remember, what are recombinations? The new combinations appeared, not found in their parents, are called as recombinations. You have seen in Mendel's dihybrid cross phenotypes, yellow round, yellow wrinkled, green round, green wrinkled. Among them, yellow wrinkled, green round are recombinations. They are also called as Mendelian recombinations. The new combination of characters not found in their parents are called as recombinations. These recombinations are caused due to crossing over. You know, crossing over is a very important phenomena that occurs in Pachytene stage of prophase 1 of meiosis 1. Due to crossing over, recombinations are produced. Because of recombinations, genetic variations are produced. Genetic variations are produced. So therefore, linkage is inversely proportional to crossing over or recombinations. More linkage, less recombination. Less linkage, more recombination. More linkage, less crossing over. Less linkage, more crossing over. That is one point. And similarly, distance between the genes. Linkage is inversely proportional to distance between the genes. Very important point. This is another one. Linkage is also inversely proportional to the distance between the genes. More is the distance between the genes, less is the linkage. That means strength of linkage decreases as the distance present between the genes increases. Strength of linkage decreases as the distance between the genes increases. That means more distance between the genes, less is the linkage. Distance between the genes is less, more linkage. Distance between the genes is more, less linkage. Therefore, linkage and distance between the genes are inversely proportional. Inversely proportional. So that means if more distance is there between the genes, the strength of linkage decreases. And sometimes that means we can say here, if more linkage is there, more parental combinations, less recombinations are produced. I repeat, if more linkage, more parental combinations and less recombinations, right? If less linkage, less parental combinations, more recombinations. I repeat again here. Linkage is inversely proportional to the distance present between the genes. On the chromosomes, genes are tightly linked. more is the linkage. If genes are loosely linked, the linkage is less. So therefore, distance between the genes is inversely proportional to the linkage. If linkage is more, that produces more parental combination of characters and less recombination of characters. That is why in the parents, if there are valuable traits, traits are there, in order to preserve those valuable traits in parents, linkage is useful. And if linkage is less parental combinations and more recombinations. However, you remember the maximum number of recombinations in any cross is maximum 50% recombination. Maximum 50% recombination. Okay. Minimum parental combinations are 50. Maximum recombinations are 50%. Okay. Linkage is more parental combinations and less recombinations. And one more thing you remember, if linkage is there, no independent assortment. If independent assortment is there, no linkage. That is why I told you one point. Linkage is an exception to independent assortment. Linkage is an exception to independent assortment. If genes present on different chromosomes, they show independent assortment. If genes are present on the same chromosome, they show linkage. If linkage is there, more parental combinations and less recombinations. If independent assortment is there, recombinations are more recombinations are produced. Therefore, and linkage is opposite to recombinations. Both the term linkage and also recombination are given by T.H. Morgan. Okay, so that is about linkage and recombination. I hope you understood. And tomorrow we go with Morgan's experiment on Drosophila melanogaster. Okay, thank you and all.